Alright, so I got an arrest warrant on Friday. It's been over a week now. And then I emailed the clerk of court on Friday with no response, so I have to email again and then call a few times to get the copy of that arrest warrant. And then later I got the minutes, which I actually need. I want to print off a copy of that now that I'm thinking of it. Maybe I'll bring this all in to remind myself. I want to add to the information I got. All I have is a bench warrant right now, but I could add the minutes in here. The cop said at White County that it's not necessary, but I think it could give some insights. Then the city marshals put me into the NCIC, and it wasn't inputted right away, but eventually it's, I mean, I'm in the NCIC now. I don't know exactly when it was inputted, but the White County in Indiana can see it now. So I'm in it. I had to find out the hard way by actually turning myself in. And I went in and showed them this explains more than what the computer does. This bit of information costs 20 cents to print off. And let's see. The police called the city marshals. The city marshals had to call the DA, and then I talking with the sheriff department deputies, talking with the deputy. I forget his name, Walker, or maybe we said that maybe he could just call the district attorney directly, which is something I could do. And it's something I think I'll do in the future, because I'm going to have to turn myself in again and see what happens. The next time I might get thrown in jail. I mean, people get thrown in jail over this, having a warrant without any explanation about it. Does the paperwork help? All right. Is the computer so is the computer is the computer inaccurate? Is the computer like just not complete in information? What would this piece of paper have that the computer doesn't? I would ask, without having access to the NCIC myself. What's the difference between the paperwork and what they have? And granted, not everybody's going to want to get a copy for themselves. I'm trying to be more responsible than the average person. All right, I guess I'm more responsible with this than the average person. Although, I did get a bench warrant. And that's the thing. Now that I've turned myself in, I'm thinking that I've been wanting to write the motion to quash the arrest warrant, but now I'm going to mention that I turned myself in at that last sheriff's department, and they wouldn't take me. And Billy Joe Harrington is dragging his feet on calling. He'll probably call a month later. So I'm turning myself in with the arrest warrant, but they're not taking me. So what good is the arrest warrant? It's misconduct on their part, because you got the arrest warrant, and then within the arrest warrant, they need the answers as to whether or not it's extraditable or not. And that's not explained in the NCIC. Also, it's not explained in my bench warrant. Is this extraditable or not? I guess now that I found out the hard way, now I want to call the city again and ask, is this extraditable or not? Okay, that's what the cops are asking. I didn't know the cops would ask that. I'm trying to think forward. You know, before I got my arrest warrant, I was stopping at sheriff department and asking questions, and I just didn't really think about asking the deal about extraditable or not. I actually have to get the arrest warrant to learn this stuff. So you could be in the NCIC, but there's a difference between being extraditable or not. And that comes down to the prosecutor answering that question. And sometimes people like Billy Joe Harrington aren't going to answer right away. They might want to take a little nap, then go to a party, a Mardi Gras, you know, waste time. And then a month later, oh, I better get back with these people and answer my question. And, you know, for example, in my case, it's probably not extraditable, but it could be. I don't know. Just say, okay, you can let him out of jail. It's not extraditable. But then at what does it mean at that point? Does it just continue on? I mean, you can't just have a warrant that just keeps rolling over and over. It's got to stop at some point. This is an offense that Judge Barber has like charged against me, and I've turned myself over. It says right in here, any or any other legal officer. There's not many sentences in here. To City Marshal Officer of the Natchitoches Police Department or any other legal officer in the country, in the world. Okay, so anybody could pick me up on this, and I'm trying to explain to them with this, and I'd like to show the minutes too, so that they could see where the judge decided on putting my arrest warrants, and then you know, let the cops also see all the other nonsense that happened in the minutes with the judge. I mean, there is no talk about denying me my Zoom hearing or even a phone call in. No talk about that. I was just, he's not here. Oh, where's Travis? Oh, not here. Put out a bench warrant. We don't know where he's at. He's homeless. He's on the run. Well, I've turned myself in already once, and without any clear answers. I'm pretty much starting all over again, because the first time sitting in the White County Sheriff's like waiting area for 4 hours, it means nothing. Okay, so I got to do it again, because really, I mean, all I learned from that is I'm in the NCIC. But I need to hear from Billy Joe Harrington, or not so much Cloyd Benjamin, because he's just a liar and a cheat. And Billy Joe Harrington is keeping Cloyd Benjamin close to him. So I mean, they're two peas in a pod. But I have to, stop at another sheriff's department. It's the weekend now, so I can't. So I'll pick it up on Monday again, planning this and trying to get my car in a good spot. Because this is the biggest issue, is it just getting stolen by a tow truck company and not knowing where it's placed. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. I plan on I'm making this video because I want to just say I'm making a motion to quash, and I'm now going to refer to me having turned myself in. How many motions to quash arrest warrants have you heard about where the persons can honestly say they've tried to turn themselves in and they're not being taken in? Please quash your arrest warrants. Okay, that's a pretty strong argument in my opinion. Okay, but for a city judge, they're not thinking straight like a regular judge, because of their limited jurisdiction anyway. So he might just kind of throw it in the trash without even glancing at it, for all I know. But I have to make it anyway, because the appeals court suggests that I have to at least try the lower bottom of the barrel means with the city court first, and then I can mention it with the appeals court. So I'm doing it for purposes of appeals, is to write the motion to quash my arrest warrants. Yeah, I feel like I have a stronger argument that I have turned myself in now, and that's what I'm pretty much saying as a theme of this video.